longest border with Syria. It's hard to imagine now, but in 2009 the two countries even held joint military drills across that frontier, in what was a brief thaw in relations between the two.
While Kamishli is Syrian and Sabine Turkish, they are so close that it's really only the border that prevents them being a single city. People here joked they could have dinner in Syria and coffee in Turkey just by strolling through the gates you can see behind me. But it's now closed, and the relations between the two neighbors are strained like never before.
Changes came after Turkey joined the chorus of fellow NATO states and called for Assad to step down immediately. Diplomatic, political, logistical support for the Syrian opposition has made Turkey one of Syria's key foes. There are numerous unconfirmed reports of weapons and ammunition smuggled into Syria with help of people on this side of the border, either through its airports or on land.
Allegations are so often made and so long, and in the absence of any convincing denial from the government, and given the government's policy of saying Assad will go no matter what position, when you look at this whole picture, it's not a very inspiring picture.
Damascus has even accused Ankara of allowing the rebels to bring chemical weapons into country.
From this Turkish village at the Syrian border, you can see Turkey's military base. It's a well-secured area with highly restricted access. No civilians, including journalists, are allowed to enter. The army also uses special access roads to get in and out that are also closed for non-military vehicles. Well, even if accusations of Turkish involvement in supplying weapons to fighters in Syria are true, it would be almost impossible to prove.
By supporting the opposition in Syria, Turkey may pledge its loyalty to NATO, but this has come at a price. Hundreds of thousands of desperate and angry refugees are fleeing from the war zone, making the security situation on the border as tense as ever.
We spent more than $800 million for the Syrian refugees, so it's a huge number. Now they want jobs in those cities, so it is also somehow affecting the social stability in this region.
Some say Turkey is being used as a proxy by the Western and Gulf countries, a hostage to power that's forced to pull the chestnuts out of the fire. But there are those who approve of Ankara's actions and think Turkey should take advantage of that situation.
If the Syrian regime, it will be changing, and I think it has lost its legitimacy and it has lost its political credibility with its own people, then the Syrian people will not blame Turkey of having chosen the dictator in the period when they were suffering.
Turkey feels that this region, this close region, Balkans, Caucasus, Central Asia and Middle East, is a priority region, so we should be the power which has influence in all those regions.
Echoing this were the two recent reports by Amnesty International and International Crisis Group, global independent movements. The documents reflect the concern by Western and Gulf partners over what they call Turkey's neo-Ottoman imperial aspirations. What these countries certainly don't want is their loyal ally, who paid a high price for being a good team player, starting to play for itself. Maria Finoshina, RT, Turkish-Syrian border.